Welcome back from intermission. I told you I was going to take that goddamn thing off. It's hot in here. I looked. It's like 76 degrees in the house. Okay. Look how fancy this is. This is a Singapore sling. And it's made right, not like the sweet, god-awful things that you get at a bar. It appears that these glasses that my parents got, despite the fact they were Mormon and didn't drink, this appears to be custom made for a Singapore sling. You got your pineapple juice. Well, those are strawberries, but here's your cherries. And lemons, which are almost limes. They're just yellow limes. It would appear I have a drinking problem. I can't drink through a straw. So pardon my runny nose, pardon my strange voice, pardon my clearing my throat every 5 minutes and my cough. It's like 2 a.m. now. And yeah, the valley's still filled with smoke. Okay. Singapore sling. Here's how you make it. I doubled everything except the club soda, but it's still nice and refreshing. So, gin, cherry liqueur, an herbal liquor. I used Benedictine. Lime juice, pineapple juice, Angostura bitters. And then you mix that up in a glass, you pour it in this glass of ice, and then you fill it up with club soda, and you give it another little stir. A cherry, and these are really lovely. These aren't your standard cutie halo type of miniature orange, but actual mandarin orange in an orange. This is the invisible ghost. Bela Lugosi. So you won't see all the pretty colors on my on my tumbler, because we'll be in black and white. Bela Lugosi's still a headliner at this point. A monogram picture: Polly Ann Young, John Maguire, Clarence Muse. And you will note yeah, we don't see this guy in movies anymore. Kind of a dated portrayal. Harkens back to minstrel shows. One might say an Uncle Tom. But it's 1941. I can't change the past. And the wide-eyed butler does make for a good comedic effect in 1941. Invisible Ghost, 1941 monogram pictures directed by Joseph H. Lewis. When I started writing reviews, when I became a film critic, I wasn't very serious. And so I wrote stuff like starring Bela Lugosi, and some other people. That's why I'm now reading the names off the poster and giving people credit where credit is due. All right. Mr. Kessler Lugosi and his daughter Virginia live in a giant mansion with the help Evans the butler, a gardener, and a blonde maid who is up to something. We're not sure what, but she's up to something. She's sus, as the kids say nowadays. Oh, and a chauffeur who was murdered some time back. Kessler is having dinner with his wife, who isn't really there. When Virginia's beau calls, his name is Ralph. Yeah. She has to explain the whole sordid mess of her mother running off with another man. I hope this isn't their first date. I wrote, but Ralph loves her anyway. I need a drink. Okay. We've established that now. So, Mrs. Kessler ran off with another man, but it turns out she had not gone far. There was an auto accident, and the gardener is keeping her in the basement of the shed. Okay. So, I live in my mom's house. I got a Tough Shed out there. Can I say Tough Shed? It's a brand. But it's a Tough Shed. We paid money for it. I got my lawnmower in there. I got my wheelbarrow in there. And a bunch of other crap. It doesn't have a basement. What am I missing here? Am I the only one who doesn't have a basement in their shed? Every night, Mrs. Kessler comes out, and she stands under a tree, and every night Kessler sees her there from the window and slips into some kind of trance. And every night, well, you get the picture. Yeah. So this isn't a whodunit, but a how are they going to figure out and stop him? The cops are on the case, and with the help of the butler, our helpful wide-eyed butler, they tie Ralph to the now dead maid. Yeah, the maid, suspicious maid, bit it. Poor old Ralph gets, hold on, gotta set down my script, the chair. Well, now naturally, even though Ralph got the chair, the killings continue. Now, how many times has that happened? That is until Ralph's brother Paul arrives and figures it out for the dumbass cops. That's delicious, by the way. Not too sweet, not too sour. Just the right amount of club soda. and very refreshing on a 100-degree day. See me talking there? Okay, this wasn't a terrible movie. Just your standard 40s Bela Lugosi fare. Bella makes the crazy eyes and walks around like a zombie pretty well, and the cops are bumbling idiots, like many films of the era and film history. Grown right out of the Keystone Cops of the silent era. We had bumbling cops for decades after the Keystone Cops. There is some psychological intrigue. Basically, I mean, who was the killer? Was it Kessler? Was it his wife? Is she even still alive? I mean, is she really in the basement of the Tough Shed? Well, I don't know if it was a tough shed, but it was a shed. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Just watch it. If you watch it. It's a 2-ring circus tonight on our second Ghost feature in our Ghost double feature, The Invisible Ghost. You know what? Come to think of it, our invisible ghost wasn't that invisible. She was right there the whole time. Oh well. What can I do about a 1941 movie? Who's this? Monkey has joined us to pick out a double feature for next week. Not this one, though. It jumped prematurely. It's disqualified. So we're going with this one right here. And you will go right back. Pardon me. Carbonation. I'm belching like my buddy Mormo. Maybe I should do it more. He has viewers. It's a Western double feature next week on the Late Night Picture Show. Jack the Ripper Goes West and The Beast of Yucca Flats. Is that how you say that? Yucca? Yucca? I'll look it up for next week. I think it's Yucca. The Beast of Yucca Flats. If I remember right. The Beast had some fabulous hair. If I'm thinking of the right movie. I'll get them printed out and ready for next week. When we have a Western, Western horror double feature. It's as good as we're going to get. On the Late Night Picture Show, I'm your host, Murph the Clown. In my official Bozo t-shirt. Bozo, Bozo, Bozo. I probably just got makeup on it. Using a little witchcraft to help me breathe. If you liked tonight's show, please give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Leave some comments. Tell me what's wrong with Ghost and the Ghost and the Invisible Ghost. Actually, if you want, tell me what's wrong with the 1990 picture Ghost. I hate to steal lines from another movie. A great movie, by the way. But shit sandwich. See you next week, kids.